But next, Hank, do you buy or sell that the Baseball World Classic is legit?
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, I watched a few of the games, and I watched portions of a few of the games, so it's at least more legitimate to me than the WNBA.
Whoa! hey, that's a hot take.
That's a
hot take from Hank.
That's a hot take from Hank.
But
breaking news real quick. USA has just beaten Puerto Rico in the World Baseball Classic. So the United States are, in fact, the World Baseball Classic
champions. Look at that timing. I got to sell it then.
Yeah. Oh!
I'm sorry.
So you can, that's a good...
I'm just going to sell it because it's... Well, maybe it's too early to sell it. I got to see over the next couple of... How many times have they won it?
None?
Okay.
It's been to Japan, and Dominican Republic was the last one.
Nice.
So they've only had 4. It started in 04?
Well, good for them, but, I mean, I didn't really see it on TV, covered it all, It
was covered on ESPN. I mean, again, and this is where the question lies, do you buy or sell if it's legit? I mean, for Americans, is it legit? I don't think so, but I think this win here, because we haven't won it yet, so, I mean, I guess mainly Americans' attention would be brought onto something that's going to be winning. If we look at the...
Well, I think this is a good point, too. Baseball is America's game.
Yeah.
So we're used to seeing,
it's not America's game, it's America's pastime.
It's America's pastime. You're right. Football is America's game. Baseball is America's pastime. You know what I mean, though. Yeah. Baseball was created in America, and I think that we watch every season for the World Series, and that's the pinnacle for us. Mm. So the World Baseball Classic to Americans is just kind of like,
but okay, you can say the same thing with England and soccer. They do well. Every soccer team, like Manchester.
Look at when the WBC is being played. They're getting spring training.
Exactly.
People's minds aren't getting trained back to baseball.
They're not. Yeah. Not yet. And I think that's what we're trying to do. What they're trying to do is trying to train us. It's better than watching the sleepy spring training games that you have to stream. I like it. It only happens every 4 years, so it's not like it's an every year thing. I think this is something that hopefully we can jump on because it does bring baseball around the world.
It's almost like a World Cup feel.
Do you think it should expand to more teams?
I think that would. I think that could happen, but there are a lot of other teams other than China, Japan.
We can get like India to stop playing cricket.
Well, they had Israel. Israel won 3 games.
Yeah, they
got
3 games.
Far.
The chosen people, aka mostly Americans that couldn't make it.
Actually, Puerto Rico got mad because we used one of their pitchers.
Swinging cradles.
The
swinging cradles.
That was a hot tip.
The Israeli yarmulkes. Yarmulke wearers.
So I think, but that's kind of like, there's so many. There's like a World Cup of rugby, but how many people are tuned into that? You know,
a quarter of the world.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, you got more for that than you do for the baseball classic.
Of course.
Yeah, it's just starting. It's not something that's been around for 50 years,
That's true.
So was the World Cup big for the first 12 years?
Soccer is the biggest game in the world. The World Cup is bigger than the Olympics, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
they both are the same part. They both have to build a bunch of stuff to host a tournament. So it's a pretty large endeavor.
All right. Do you guys want to go on to the last buy or sell? Yeah.
A little bit of pop culture for you guys. Do you guys buy or sell that Luke Skywalker will die in the end of the next movie? Hank.
I'm going to sell that again. I don't think he will. I think they're going to save Luke Skywalker till the final. I think if he's going to die, he's going to die in the final movie because he's like Yoda. You know what I'm saying? Like Yoda didn't die until he was like sitting in his chair, his little like chair with his blanket on him, and he was like, Luke. You, there is another sky. What? And then he disappeared. And he
Hank, how many
became
times
a
have you
blanket.
watched it?
I know, that was pretty darn close.
with the pauses and everything, that was pretty spot on.
Luke. He's like, honestly, he's like, Yoda's kind of like a mix between like Scooby-Doo and Miss Piggy. You know?
You mean visually, or
just the way they sound?
The way they sound. Of course, he looks more. He looks
picturing
more like.
in my head like Scooby Doo, Miss Piggy. Not seeing the connection.
I see more of him as a Pokemon.
But I would. I think. I mean, Hank. I'll play this side. You have to buy it because the movie's literally called The Last Jedi, and if Rey is a Jedi, then there could only be one last one. There can't be the last one Jedi plus one other Jedi.
What if she becomes? What if she becomes the Sith and Kylo Ren becomes the Jedi?
Wow!
Or what if it's neither of them and Finn becomes the Jedi?
I think Finn's always been the Jedi.
Finn's is he? Do you think so?
He's either going to be Han Solo or the Jedi. It's what exactly he's going to be.
Well, no, he's not a Jedi. We know Rey's a Jedi.
Yeah, she can.
So who's going to be the last one? Now you're starting to add people. So now it's the Last Jedi plus.
I think.
Well,
I honestly, I think it's going to be like. I think it's going to be a. I think it's like a run on words. I don't think it's like a literal meaning movie. You know what I'm saying?
So Hank, DJ just had a very good point that Jedi can be plural as well. So it could be the last Jedi,
as in them.
Space Cowboy in the chat said it's going to be Jar Jar Binks.
No, Space Cowboy in the chat, go look up the theory of Jar Jar Binks being part of the Sith. He's the one that created the downfall.
That is the most ridiculous thing ever.
He is.
He has done nothing to show.
He has the Force. He can jump 30 feet in the air.
He uses the Force by like he moves his hands. He knows drunken kung fu, which apparently is the martial arts style of the Sith.
He has those red beady eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Jar Jar Binks. No, he did become a part of the Senate, though. I will say that
because he's part of the Sith.
Space Cowboy said that he saw it.
He said he saw it.
The Jar Jar Binks Sith theory.
It's pretty out there.
Here's one quick thing about the Star Wars. I heard that you're supposed to watch them in this order because it's called the machete order, and you skip the first one entirely because no one cares about it.
I like that one because it brought me into Star Wars. Because that was when I was that. You can say what you want about the first Star Wars. As a kid watching it, it's not a big deal.
Not okay. See, here's why Star Wars sucks. Not episode 4.
No.
Episode 1.
Yes. Yeah.
Horrible.
Okay, you could say that.
Who's the first 45 minutes? If I were to ask you after the first 45 minutes, who's the main character of that movie?
I'd have to still go with it's a combined of Qui-Gon Jinn and...
That's not how you make movies.
Okay, now you're just going on structure. I was just kid looking at a picture, and it actually still got me.
Have you watched it recently?
Yes, I've watched it.
Hey! All I can say about Anakin Skywalker, I hate sand. I hate sand. It is so sandy, but you are not sandy, and that is why I love you.
Pod races are pretty cool.
Okay, so we're absolutely buying and selling that, and DJ thinks the pod races are cool from the first scene.
Okay, what was the order? What was the order you were trying to say?
No, it's fine. I was just saying you have to watch it, but you have to break them up because they come out in such a weird order that you have to watch episode 4 first.
No.
Yeah.
No,
because if you watch episode 3, you spoil a bunch of stuff that happens. If you watch episode
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No, because if you watch episode 2 and 3 first, you know Anakin's going to turn bad by 3. That ruins when you watch number 4. Because it's supposed to be a surprise.
Tell me what the order is then.
It goes 4, 5, then you watch 2, or you're supposed to watch The New Hope, or what's that new one, Hank? with everyone who dies.
Oh, Rogue One. That's
One.
a good one.
You watch Rogue
Everybody
One.
dies, but
You watch Rogue One first.
Sorry to spoil that.
And then you watch episode 4, 5, 2, 3, and then episode 6, and then A New Hope, episode 7.
What is the best? Which one is the best Star Wars movie? We'll say this as the last thing. What is the best? Which one is the best?
Episode 5.
Empire is the best, and then to me, episode 6 is the second best.
No, I like 5 and 6. I like
Return 5 and 6.
Empire.
Episode 4 is like, we're just trying to figure out the series. Like, there are really a lot of really good parts, but it wasn't like it didn't have like the drama where it was like excellent.
Yeah. It's definitely the original. It's either 4 or 5 or 5 or 6 are right on there, and then it goes. I think
I love episode 3 though.
New Hope is up there. I think episode 2 and 3 definitely have to be pretty far in the back.
Well, 3? Are you kidding me? That battle with
Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Once again, you're thinking of one scene in an entirely bad movie.
It's not a terrible bad. Really?
The pod racing scene lasted entirely too long.
Yes. Anyways, for all of our fans out there, go watch Star Wars.
Go watch Star Wars.
Decide for yourself. Let us know what you think. Let us know what
Star Wars, Game of Thrones, and Logan.
Let us know what the best order to watch Star Wars in is. Let us know what your favorite one is. Comment on it.
Go see Logan. If you haven't seen it already, go see it, please. So I can talk to you guys about it.
Spoiler alert.
No!
There's no other X-Men in there.
Oh, that's true.
That is true. They all died like in X-Men Last Stand. What was it? Except Jean Grey didn't kill them all off.
So Hank, DJ, it was nice talking to you guys again. We're signing off until next week, and stay tuned next week. We're coming out with a new one either Wednesday or Thursday, but we're going to shoot for an earlier time so we can get some Facebook Live and answer some of your guys' questions live for you, and go from there.
Be around later this weekend. I feel that's something. I feel a shift in the force. So that's something might go off. So we might see another podcast a little bit earlier. So keep in touch, y'all.
For sure. Peace, guys.
Have a great night.
You guys all have a good night.